fall back. Eating bitches. Got to go sit down. Oh, well, you big ass in my face like you triple six. Again, time to make ends. Mr. Shot, man, pizza boo is gonna click up on you bitches, man. Eat that. Fuck up your black. Give me money where the dollars at. Watch out for me. Alright, I'm gonna show you y'all. If anybody's not, I don't know. Almost. I'm getting there. Sometimes how fucked up it really is. If I'm gonna want to make a change in it, but I couldn't pay it. Okay. I ain't not fucking average Joe, yo. Oh, no. Yeah, I can get the. It's. Remember love if you can't remember me. What's the weather like? 1, 2, 5. And I ain't perfect, but I try. All right. Mama long. We just all get rich. Ah! It's just a thoughts like this. Life's a bitch sometimes. You gotta reprimand her. Remember love and remember me. What's the weather like? Ah. And I ain't perfect. Hey. Sensation. And how you know you made it? And I know you made it. Shock the world is what I came to do. All you gotta do is just be you, that's it. Yeah. Alright. Ah. Okay, so obviously, like I'm procrastinating. Woo. Wow, Mom, I can't believe like this. My mind never goes back on this song. But anyway, I was sitting there, getting through this, and the first thought I thought was, oh my God, like the subconscious programs, the ones the ones that are still running because I'm so because I'm there's just like probably maybe this is the last one. I got to catch it. I got to isolate it, and I don't know, do whatever it is that I do. I've caught a bunch of them because I'm just different now. It's so weird. Like I'm just different. And so that's how I know that I know. Like anyway. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna tell a story. One of my stories about like the time, one of the times when I should have been afraid, but something. Oh wow, good wow. Because now that I think about it, like I said that because it's true. It's like the times that I should have been afraid. They were things to feel fear about, but I didn't. Like I just what a cool wow. What a cool realization. I mean, like the only reason things are scary is because they're just like wow. Okay, so now I'm thinking about how the thought translates to the feeling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause seriously, like, like, okay, well, let's just. Okay, so I'm gonna tell this one because this one's like cool as fuck. I'm on World Star Hip Hop somewhere. Okay, but so I used to live in this neighborhood, and I was I was like really like one of the only white people in the neighborhood, which that wasn't new for me. And I don't anyway. The, I lived there a long time. I loved living there. But the girl, when we first moved in, the girl across the street, her she lived with her boyfriend who he uh, he was a plug, right? And so uh, and I know that because like before the story that I'm about to tell you, I woke up. Me and my oldest daughter were we had stayed up all night, and anyway, we were in her room, and that faces the front of the house, and all of a sudden I hear, get on the ground, right? And I'm like, the hell? I look across the street, and it's all blacked out black SUVs and people with running around with guns and like and I'm like, what? I'd never seen anything like that in real life before, man. It's pretty cool to watch. And like by the time I guess it caught our attention, like they must, I don't know, because there was already, when I looked out, two like white kids at the next door neighbor's driveway, just sitting there waiting to be. Anyway, so they got him. He left. So obviously he moved out. Yeah, he had to move out. and so it was just her living there, and she just started like just I don't. It's not like I want to say like being mean to me, but we didn't talk. She wasn't my friend, so but she was being mean to me, and like she would, especially like when my kids were around, like she would go out of her way to like just say real passive aggressive, like, you know what I mean, like she didn't like, and then it just I didn't say nothing back to her, so it made her more mad. You know those people that when you go more quiet, it just makes them more angry. It seems like wow, hold up. I don't want to lose these thoughts. These thoughts are about to collide, like, and I'm gonna lose both of them. So I'm gonna go back to the first one. That's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, after he goes, and oh, it's because she thought that I liked him or something, and that I was. So basically, she didn't know me, and she was just jealous of me. And I don't like him. I mean, it just wasn't the case, and it was never the case, and it would never be the case. But she just anyway. So the time progressed, and over the course of like 2 or 3 months, it got to the point where when we would go outside, she would loud cat me and do it in front of my kids, and like me mug me and stuff. And so finally, just one day, I just was like, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this. I'm gonna have to just fucking deal. I got to deal with this. Like I'm tired, because the thing was, I wouldn't let the kids go outside anymore. Like the kids had been, I kept. It was the summertime, and I was like, I had to keep the kids locked in the house for like a month. I did this to them, maybe more. I don't want to feel like a bad mom right now, but I did, because I just. But then finally, I was like, I got to deal with this, and you know so I did, and like I do things different than other people. And so I went and I got me a fifth of Taka, and my oldest daughter was with me, and she was young at the time. She was like 18, and like anyway, she was there, and I didn't really want her with me because I do things differently, right? So the girl across the street was home, and she had all her friends over. There was just, and I didn't even know that all them people were over there when I made the decision I was going to have to deal with it, right? I didn't know. So anyway, and I did procrastinate. I made the decision. I knew I was going to do it, and so it took me forever to get home because I was just like procrastinating. But I knew I had to do it. I had to deal with it because the kids were suffering, and so I came home, and I just, I went in, I put my hair up, and I put on my fighting shoes, and no, I didn't fight a lot. But I had done it once, and I had those shoes on, and I won. So they had special magical powers, obviously, right? Like how could they not? I don't fist fight because I want to ever. Anyway, so and then I just go back outside, and I just brought the fifth with me. I wasn't about trying to pour it in cups or whatever. It's like whatever. And I went to the end of my driveway, right where the asphalt from the street met the concrete of my driveway, and I got to that edge, and I turned my motherfucking ass around and just stood there with my back turned to all these girls, and there was like 5, 6. I mean, I don't. And they were doing the loud cap and shit, right? So I just went to the end of the driveway, and I just turned around, and my daughter ended up coming and standing with me, which I really did, because and she did mess it up, and I hope she doesn't ever watch this video. But anyway, because she remembers the story, and anyway, whatever. So we're like, you know, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in. Because I told her, if you're going to stand here, I said, you can't talk. I don't care what they say to us. You can't, you can't talk. Do not turn around. I don't care what they say to us. Do not react in any type of way. If I told her that once, I told her that 1,000 times before before. Anyway, so we're like 10 or 15 minutes in, and they're saying really mean shit, right? And it's and like and she's she's not handling it well, and then the main one, Deanna, the only one I cared about, she started and she's like, and that's why you don't have your other kids. And I'm not getting into that story, but yeah, but that was, that kind of was like a bridge too far. Now, before I finish the rest of the story, it probably, I think now that I'm thinking about the rest of the story, it probably was 25 or 30 minutes in that scene I just told you, but because while we're standing there going through all this shit with these girls, like these people, I lived on there was the main street in the whole neighborhood, and then I lived on this street, right, and on the corner, and on this main street, like there must have been like 50 people just lined up watching, like just there to watch. They'd start lining up, I guess, when I went to the end of the driveway and turned around. I had no idea that it would turn into what it turned into. Like, no clue. Hmm. I'm trying to think of, I remember what was going through my head. Like, because I wouldn't, I'd never considered the, I never considered that I might lose the fight. I didn't. But I also never considered that I would win it. I know that too. Hmm. It's weird. Anyway, so there was all these people lined up on the street, and they're recording, or So anyway, now we're gonna go back to when the bridge too far was when she said that, and so my daughter had already turned around and said something stupid that just, I did slap her mouth when she said it, right? Because I told her not to. Anyway, I know that's terrible of me, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to specifically apologize for that. I apologize. But anyway, it wasn't long after that when she said, "That's why you don't have your kids," and then that's when I was just like, "All right, well, let's just do this." And I threw out my cigarette and I turned around. And as soon as I turned around, all of them girls just ran across the street, and my garage door was down, and so we started backing up because like they were just coming towards us, and so we got backed up on the closed garage door, and so I was the girl that I was the only one I cared about, and she was tall. She's tall. She was like 6 feet tall. So I was looking for her, and all of the rest of them were hitting me in the back of my head and stuff, but I was just looking for her. And like I started like back facing the street, and then they got me, and then I caught sight of her, and I just grabbed her on the top of her head, and I just slammed it into the pavement. And then as soon as that happened, everybody just ran away. Everybody just ran. It was so weird, cause like as soon as I did that, it was everybody just scattered. It was so weird, so weird. So yeah, and so that's. I guess I was pretty scared about that. I waited 3 months. I waited until she fucked with my kids to do it. Otherwise, I probably would have just kept on ignoring her. I don't like to fight. I don't do, and I don't do that. I don't know. Anyway, so um, this time I'm gonna try and look at the camera at it, but I don't know. Like I feel like the flow is here better than it was the last time I tried. Like just maybe probably like too much. I don't know. Or is it the rogue programs or program, right? I think the only way to kill that kind of fear program is to you have to fuck with fear. You have to entertain it. You have to fight it to beat it, right? Um, I don't know how to explain this. Probably this isn't. I don't know. Okay, so what else did I write down? Because I'm like, I jotted down. Where are my glasses? Oh, you want to talk? Can we talk about like I have a Roku TV, and so and all of those blocks of stuff, like I guess that all the applications or whatever, they've got this soccer one, and so I don't know, like probably some a long time, like this year. I just started doing it this year, but I click on that soccer channel, and it took a few months, but I realized soccer is a complete psyop. Like all of the games, at least on Roku, and they're I don't I mean I don't know if they're FIFA games. I don't know a lot or anything at all about soccer, but I do know that the games that they're playing on Roku, they're all AI. The ball is there, and then the ball is not there. And if you're paying attention, as soon as you click on that channel, it's going to pull up the field. But if you look where the ball's supposed to be, it doesn't pop up until like you're already. It's like it anyway, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and oh yeah, and the audience. You can look at the audience. The audience is they never move, and sometimes there's just entire chunks of the audience gone. And and if you get to a spot, I know I've probably given this way too much thought. I mean, like I had to find out. So if you pause it on a part where they're showing a player up close, and then you can see the audience behind them closer. I mean, it's photoshopped. And look, and this next one is probably like the weirdest one of all of them. But the advertisements in the background, like along this like fence thing around the field, like I feel like they're like the movie They Live, where the signs say like um obey and all that stuff. I feel like those. Oh, I can't see it. I can't see that it says that, but I just feel like that they do say that shit. But you can only see it if you have the glasses. So anyway, I just want to that. All right. Oh yeah, and also it's the while you're watching, it's constantly glitching. The screen is constantly just glitching. Maybe not constantly, but it's a noticeable amount. This shit that I write down, sometimes it's so random. I put for something I could talk about. I never text new people either at all or a lot. Only old people. And yeah, I thought that I guess when I wrote that, I thought that maybe that was gonna go somewhere funny or something. Probably it could have, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna do it. My bootlegger. uh, yes, definitely psychosis. Yeah. Oh, on him. That was mean. All right. Well, there's mean people in here. Okay. And so, what are my thoughts about that? I liked it kind of. Not in like not like in a kink type of way, but yeah. Do you? And the answer to all those is an absolutely yes. Yes. What medicine do you think I should be on? And what's your diagnosis? Oh, hey, AR. 110. I love that number. That's a great number. And I just thought of three ways, but anyway. My day night was flipped upside down. It's been flipped upside down. That's an interesting question. It's been flipped upside down for a couple of years, but December, this last December, you know, the one that just passed, I flipped it. I flipped it back around. It was easy. I didn't think it would be, but it was. But it's starting to get flipped back the other way. So, how is yours? No, I'm not jelly. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not a jealous person. That's a waste of time to be jealous. Like I don't. It's just. It's because I'm lazy. Really, I'm lazy. I'm lazy as fuck. So, um, being jealous takes a. Like you have to think about the thing that you're jealous of a lot and kind of like obsess over it. And like I've got other things I would much rather think about than that. Right? You know. So I'm not jealous. I promise. Alcohol-induced psychosis. You should try it. Y'all are so cute. You look like 11 from Stranger Things. Well, that's really weird because I would I I watch that every day. I just started it. I literally I just yeah. Anyway, I love 11. What does missionary mean? What does that? You said so missionary. What does that mean? Like you talking about like sex? Like you think like I do sex missionary? And if you do think that, why would you think that? That's interesting. maybe maybe looking at the comments is fun. Okay, so what's on my list? See, I know how people who the people who say, you know, like when they're talking about how movies and stuff like have, you know, predict things like The Simpsons, for example. So and then these people say, well, that this because they have to tell us. No, they don't. Why would they? Why does what? No, they don't. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Yes, I'm lazy. Oh. Well, you know, I mean, I can see. I can be that way because I don't have to share any of my life with anyone. Like, um, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't have anyone in my life. But you know, well, I have my kids. I text them, but my last, I'm not gonna talk about my last relationship. Yeah, no, it's when I'm with a person that I'm doing that with, crazy missionary. Okay, well, wow. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm good with this. Thank y'all for coming. I love you. Even if you don't love me, I still love you. Know thyself.